So these girls are the ones to keep because they are definitely not cheap. Hello fellow doll lovers, Barbie Nation here. Welcome back to my channel. Hello everyone, thank you so much for tuning into another video with me today. My name is Aryan, aka Barbie Nation, and what I do is I collect dolls, I play with dolls, I talk about dolls, and every now and then I give them a super cute makeover. So if you're into anything cute, sweet, and petite, definitely subscribe to my channel to get some lovely pastel glitters on your feed. Now let's dive into some expensive ladies today. Here we go. Hello, guten tag, bonjour, hello. I'm so happy you've decided to join me again for yet another video. So today I'm going to do another kind of like deep dive into my collection with the top 15 most expensive ladies in my collection. And as a collector, of course, I am proud of what I have collected and just want to show and share that with the world. And, you know, it's always fascinating to see someone showing their super expensive dolls and, you know, a little bit of a backstory behind them and all of that. So it's going to be a little bit of a show and tell of my top 15 most prized possessions in my collection. Maybe not my top 10 favorite dolls in my collection, because a doll doesn't have to be super expensive to be like a favorite in my collection. But, you know, there are dolls that I have bought because I like them and over the years have just gone up exponentially in their value. So, you know, these are the girls that I have gathered throughout the years of my collecting years and just have skyrocketed in their value and have now become the top 15 of the most expensive dolls that I own in my collection. So, I hope you catch my drift. Sit yourself down, grab that drink, grab a little snack, because it is time for the top 15 most expensive dolls in my collection. Here we go. So the way I approached this top 15 was by kind of like going up in value. So at number 15 we'll start, which has, out of the 15, probably the least of value. You know, it's kind of hard to decide what the exact market value is for a doll, because if you go on different websites like eBay or other secondhand websites like Mercari or Facebook Marketplace, it is just a variety of prices of what these dolls are being sold for on today's market. So I kind of grabbed like an estimate value of the doll. So a teeny tiny disclaimer that the prices or values that I may announce about the doll might not be the exact value. Yeah, because it is just very hard to define a value, and I see myself as quite the expert, but not that much of an expert. So let's start the countdown. Number 15. Dream Glow Teresa 2006. So this is the rerun of the 2001, 2002 Dream Glow Barbie, which consisted of Barbie and Christy only, and they later in 2006 reissued this doll line with the addition of Teresa. And just to give you a quick idea, this was the first issue back in 2001. Yeah, the box date says 2001, so they probably would have been in stores in around 2002. First issue, second issue. And this Dream Glow Teresa, you guys, she is impossible to find. So she's mainly up in this list, not only because, well, she is very much a favorite in my collection, but also because she has gained so much value because she is so rare. And I found that out because I really wanted to add her to my collection just because I think she's so cute, cuddly, kawaii and all that, and pastel blue with yellow, adorable color palette. And then I found out that she was actually super rare and that I was in for quite a mission impossible. Yeah, but it took me a few years, but I finally found her online from a woman in Poland. She sold her for, I think I paid around 250 euros for her. Yeah, I was that obsessed with finding her and wanting to add her to my collection. And she's probably also immediately one of the dolls that I probably paid the most for in my whole entire collection. Yeah. So today's value would be around, I think, well, I estimated it around 300 euros, but she can go up way more. You're lucky to find her beneath that price, but she can be put up the market for even more than that. So yeah, it is a hefty price for a Playline doll, and I don't know, I would so love to hear the backstory of Mattel on why this doll was so rare. Was she a European exclusive maybe? Were there just not that many produced? You know, I have so many questions about this doll, and I need to speak some people at Mattel to answer those questions for me. Yeah. So maybe if you do know possible reasons why she would be so rare, comment down below and let us know, because we're all ears. Number 14, which is Becky, the girl on the go.
I think she is called.
Yeah, it is the most mod party Becky, and she was a myth, a legend up until 2008 when this set was released, because in 1971 they issued like a catalog for Francie and fashions, and they already showed Becky in some very cute fashions. They even mentioned her as Becky, but she was never produced back in the day. So ever since that catalog, people were just obsessing about this doll and wondering if there would be prototypes around. You know, people were really after this doll, so they decided to make like a one-time Becky gift set with some very cute fashions, and here she is. There are sometimes just like unicorns, you know, you see a doll in the catalog and you're thinking like, whoa, who is she? She would be perfect in my collection. And then you find out that she's just impossible to find. Well, in this case, not, you know, just a prototype. So that is the moment a doll can become like an obsession. Yeah. And this set is just so adorable, so colorful, so 60s, so mod. It is just fantastic. And the Becky doll that comes with it is, I think she's even a bit more petite than Francie. Or does she have, no, I think she actually has the same body, but for some reason she just looks even tinier than Francie herself. And it is just an amazing set. This 2008 was a very good Barbie collector year. I wish I was collecting back then. It would have saved me a lot of pennies. Yeah. So Becky goes around, I think, for about maybe $400 and euros, probably even way more. But today on the American market, I think she would be around that price, which is, well, yeah, it is pricey. And there were only, I think, about 8,400 of her made. So, you know, that's also very limited. And I was just the luckiest gal to be getting her as a gift from Andrew, who gifted her from Canada. To switch her over from his collection to mine, which is just the most generous thing ever. So again, thank you, Andrew, for adding this lovely mod beauty into my collection. I am forever thankful. And yeah, the 60s is just a fashion era with so much color, fun shapes, flowers, and anything that can make you instantly happy. So I think that's why I'm really drawn to like 60s fashions. So super cute. So Becky, yeah, the mythical legendary girl from the catalog in 1971, brought to us alive in 2008 on number 14. Number 13. The Batman vs. Superman, Amazon Princess, Wonder Woman, San Diego Comic Con 2016 exclusive. Yeah. I am a sucker for anything Wonder Woman. I really love Wonder Woman. I just love superheroes in general. You know, I grew up in the 90s with my brothers with the cartoon versions of Spider-Man, X-Men. We always watched those shows and we never missed an episode. So I really grew up with those 90s Marvel and DC heroes, and I was so super excited when the Wonder Woman movie came out, but already when she was in Batman vs. Superman in that movie. And Gal Gadot is just a perfect actress to portray her. She is so beautiful. When this doll came out, you had to get her on the San Diego Comic-Con of 2016, or you could order her, I think back in the day, on maddiescollector.com or a website like that. Of course, I couldn't attend the San Diego Comic-Con because I live in the Netherlands, but there was a woman who was selling her online for 150 euros. So I immediately, you know, jumped in, got her, and so happy I did because I actually have pretty much all of the movie Wonder Woman dolls, and I'm really proud of that collection, and I just really love it. It's not really for display for me because it does not have all the cutesy pastels, but I just really love that movie. So her estimated value today, yeah, that is a hard one to kind of like decide because it varies. I looked her up here in Europe. There are even people who are selling her for over 1,000 euros. Yes, crazy. But I think in the US on eBay, I saw prices of her vary from between 300 and 500 euros, which is of course a lot. But if you're a mega super duper Wonder Woman fan, you really are gonna want this Amazonian freaking princess. Number 12. My special edition Licca dolls of the My Melody and Kuromi gift set. Officially, they are called the Stylish Doll Collection, and My Melody is My Melody Sweet Pink style, and Kuromi is Kuromi Spicy Black style. Licca does this special Sanrio collaboration dolls for the past couple of years. So they started, of course, out with the Hello Kitty girl, and then I think was a Little Twin Stars, who is still way high up on my wish list. And then there was Cinnamon Roll, who was gifted to me by Angela Chu. Oh my god, bless you, girl. Thank you so much. And then these ladies came out, and they were super hard to get. I really had to contact my Japanese friend over there that I've met during my travels over there. And she actually said to me, like, oh my god, even for a Japanese person, this is pretty hard to order even. So,
ありがとうございます。
so thrilled that I have these dolls in my collection because they are the cutest and they scream just to me, Barbie Nation. So they are just the cutest, and I think they were around when you had to buy them at retail for like 150. And well, if you go look them up right now on eBay, well, they're not that skyrocketed yet, but they still go around for like 300 or even more. So yeah, quite expensive these days if you want to add them to your collection. Well, same with the Little Twin Stars Licca, who I missed out on, but I'm gonna have to dig deep into my pocket to get me that doll. But I don't mind because I really, really love her. So I'm saving up for her to get her finally. Because she needs to be in that little Licca section of mine. So these super cute, stylish Licca doll collection, well, stylish Licca doll collection collab with Kuromi in My Melody, or Sanrio. Whatever, it is a very long name because Japanese designers just love giving dolls endless long names. Yeah. Okay, next. Number 11 is the 2017 Blush and Gold Silkstone doll. Yeah, I mean, the Silkstone collection on its own is just such a good, well-designed and pretty doll collection to have. And these girls never go out of style, and they're always, always expensive. But of course, there are some peaks in there, and yeah, Blush and Gold 2017 is no exception because she goes up for, well, easily above 300. Now her box date says 2016, but I'm pretty sure that she's from the 2017 collection, which was an awesome collection. It was kind of like the final days of the Barbie fashion model collection because they started to use articulation and people weren't that happy about the articulation on these dolls. And they also started to bring out less every year, actually. The dress on this girl is just so beautifully made. It is all hand stitched. The details on this dress is just amazing. These dolls just never lose their value, and I mean, I'm so glad I think I got her for myself for my birthday that year. And of course now I'm happy I added her to my collection because she's worth so much more now. But I mainly get these dolls because I think they're super pretty and not because I think their value will go up or anything. So alongside her, there's just one Silkstone that is just impossible to find, but I really would love to add that girl to my collection, which is the preferably pink Silkstone doll. And I want to say she's from 2008, but let me check. Again, the preferably pink doll, she is from 2008. She is a legendary, iconic grill Silkstone doll, and I've seen prices of around like €1,000 for her. Yeah. So I know one day I'm gonna get that girl and I'm gonna save up for her because she is just super, super Barbie to me. She is that vintage Barbie in a pink Chanel suit with all of that jewelry around her, that blonde hair. Oh my gosh, that doll is she's just like a goddess, a true unicorn Barbie goddess because she is so difficult to get. Yeah. But Blush and Gold Silkstone from the 2017 Barbie fashion model collection on number 11. So we're headed off to the top 10, starting off with number 10, which is the She-Ra Princess of Power Masters of the Universe, also a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive from 2016, the same year actually that they did the Wonder Woman doll. So this is from Mattel. It is of course not Barbie. It is just a standalone She-Ra doll made by Mattel, but yeah. I think she goes under the roof of Masters of the Universe. Like I said earlier, I grew up in the 90s watching all of those cartoons, including my older brother, who was obsessed with He-Man because He-Man started around the 80s, I guess, late 80s. Yeah. So I also grew up with him watching He-Man. Then She-Ra came along, which was my obsession, of course, because I just loved it that there was this kind of like Barbie-esque character who was like a hero in my brother's toy universe. Yeah, this set is just, the artwork alone is just so gorgeous. Look at Shira fighting off her arch enemy, Katra. I mean, it is amazing. And it goes all the way around, and on the back we see Glimmer. This is Scorpia, actually. Yeah, it's kind of obvious, yeah. The Shadow Weaver and Hordak. And then the blue girl. Who is the blue girl? I think, is she Mermista? She might even be Mermista, yeah. And of course, Bo, that cute little guy. Well, in the newer released cartoon, he's a cute little guy. Here he's still like this super buff 70s porn star kind of guy. I mean, this box, you guys, we have to open it. It's so pretty. Princess of Power. I mean, look at that artwork. Oh my gosh, I cannot get over this artwork. They did such a good job with her on Swift Wind, and she's just the legend. She's like, she reminds me of Hollywood hair Barbie on a unicorn. I mean, this set is just so huge and big. So it has a little comic book here inside, which tells a fun little story about, you know, the story of Shira, how she became Shira, because of course she is named Adora. Yeah, and it says here, Princess Adora becomes Shira, the most powerful woman in the universe. So behind these things, you have like these extra fashion. So here you can transform her to another version of her with a golden sword and everything. I mean, the set they made is just wow. And here it has all of her fashions as Adora. Yeah, it is just... The way they designed this box is just out of this world and such a gift to all of the Shira fans out there. So I am super proud and happy that I own this set, and it goes up for like serious prices, guys. I'm talking about easy 300 plus, and yeah, because it was so exclusive and limited. And I actually also got this set through maddyscollector.com. Yeah, because of course that year I wasn't attending the San Diego Comic-Con. Number 9, we have the Blondes Blonde Gold Barbie doll from box date 2012, but I think she was around 2013. But this doll is just, oh, you can look at her for hours. She is giving me Kylie Minogue, get out of my way, 100%. But I just really love this doll. She is just standing there on her, you know, golden rocks, standing there like the goddess that she is. It is just, she just looks so phenomenal. It's such a shame that they actually packaged her in such a black box. But, well, unfortunately for me, because I like to display everything in super soft colors, and I do not have the heart to take her out. Yeah, especially now that I looked up what people are paying for her online. So, yeah, she easily goes also 300 plus, easily. Yeah. You know, so probably around $300 to $500. Yeah, that's what I've seen her for go on eBay. And yeah, I got her, I think, for 75 euros. Yeah, back in the day. So I'm just super happy that I own her, because not only is she's usually one that I take out whenever people come to see my doll room and are like amazed, and you know, these are kind of like the dolls people want to see and want to gaze into, because they don't really care about, you know, the whole playline thing that I'm into. They really care about this super fancy, expensive looking collectible dolls. So yeah, the Blondes Blonde Gold is definitely one of those dolls that you can easily show off to your non-doll people friends. Number 8. Easily one of my favorite dolls in my collection, the Water Sprite doll. I have to check from what year she is. I want to say 2015, but I don't know. So her box date says 2015, which probably means she was released in 2016, which was, again, a very good year for Barbie. But this girl, the Faraway Forest collection is just, whoa. It is just a beautiful collection to begin with. So the Faraway Forest collection consisted of Queen of the Dark Forest, the Faraway Forest elf. She was phenomenally beautiful, that doll, wow. Then we had the Lady of the Wide Woods, Miss Water Sprite. Then we had the Faraway Forest Fairy Kingdom wedding gift set, which is also so romantically beautiful. And then they closed it off with the King of the Crystal Cave, Ken doll. But this Water Sprite is just by far my prettiest doll that I have. Not only because, of course, it is kind of like mermaid inspired. You know, she's kind of like this water nymph, kind of like a Neptune, but in a goddess form. So yeah, all of her colors, her soft pink background, her face, her makeup, everything about her is just so beautiful and so magical. Girl, Barbie Nation universe. I mean, yeah, she just had to be in my collection. And I actually got her for 150 euros when she came out. And when you look this girl up now, oh my gosh, her prices are insane. She's skyrocketed like crazy. So, which probably means that she's very popular and people are very much after her. Yeah, so she will easily go for 400 and above. Yeah, which is just mind-blowing to me. But yeah, but that elf girl, I tried to save up for the elf, but the elf is even more crazy. I think the elf even goes up sometimes to like 1,000. Yeah, but it is a gorgeous collection for Barbie, and I'm so happy I own this Water Sprite goddess. Number 7 is the Renaissance Fair Barbie doll, and not just any Renaissance Fair Barbie doll. No, this was from the 2011 Paris Fashion Doll Festival. Yeah, the original Renaissance Fair Barbie doll was a blonde version, actually. So for the 2011 Paris Fashion Doll Festival, they actually created the Renaissance Fair doll with brunette hair. So obviously you can imagine that she is much more limited and thus more expensive. And it actually says that it's pink label. So I think when they used to do these labels that kind of like indicated on how much these dolls, on how the quantity that they were produced in, the Renaissance Fair doll, so beautiful. And this doll actually goes up easily 400 plus. Yeah. And I am a big sucker for historical dresses. I love just the whole princess vibe, kind of like European, cutesy, very, you know, Disney, historically princess dresses. I just love them. So this Renaissance dress is just so pretty. She actually reminds me kind of like the Swan Lake Princess, really the movie, because of her puffy sleeves and her tight sleeves around her arms. Now I actually have my sights on the blonde version so that I can just unbox one, because I want that dress in my hands. My gosh, so pretty. And again, I was so lucky that I was gifted this doll by Andrew, who is a big supporter of my channel and is very good at thanking me for my content. So again, you are amazing, because this is a very treasured doll in my collection now. Number 6. The Barbie Look Happy Hipster from 2017. Oh, hashtag the Barbie Look was just an amazing doll line, and they had some of the most iconic pieces in that doll collection. I actually have them all because I thought they were so well made, and it was so new for Barbie to be so I kind of think they overlooked at other doll lines and lines like Integrity Toys and saw that adult collectors really were looking for those high-end fashion girls. I think this was their answer to kind of like the Integrity vibe that people were after, but only affordable, of course, because Integrity dolls are just, whoa, very, very expensive. The Barbie look, they had some super cute dolls in there, and I remember I actually really loved the poolside chic girl. She had this blue dress on, and I like the Barbie who was in the park with Miss Honey and her flower dress. I just thought she was so cute. The tea party, I can remember her, or not, was she a tea party or like a birthday party attendee? Something like that. Anyway, some very, very fun girls in that collection, and they actually all are pretty pricey, and if you want to collect them now, you really are gonna dig deep into those pockets. Happy Hipster Girl here being #1 on their wish list. I just really wanted that collection, and I just got these dolls when they came out, so I'm lucky enough I got to buy them for retail prices. But I think she goes up online for easily 400 and up. Yeah, I don't know why, but she suddenly just became also very rare because people are just sitting on her, you know, no doll collector out there is letting her go. I mean, it's not that she's super rare, but people are just keeping her in their collection. People are just not selling her. So if someone is selling her, they can ask just crazy high prices for her because people want her so bad, and she is so not widely available. Yeah, that is kind of like the same thing I was talking about in my doll collecting guide. That is what makes it so hard to define, because people can say that this doll is rare, but she is not that rare. She's just not being sold that much. People are just sitting on her because they think, you know, she's worth a lot, so I'm not going to sell her just yet. And she's just really popular, and really people really love this doll, so they don't even want to part with it. So the Barbie look, Happy Hipster, do you have a favorite the Barbie look doll? Because there are also these City Shine girls and City Shopper girls. I know they did a lot of hashtag the Barbie look dolls. They were all very beautiful, and they were all different in faces, skin tones, hair colors, eye colors, and all that. I really love that they already started, you know, those were the early days where they already did kind of like a diverse line of dolls. Super cute. So yeah, let me know which Barbie look doll is your favorite. #5, the Barbie Fashion Model Silkstone Collection 2014 Principessa. Yeah, she is a bridal queen, and not only am I a fan of Silkstone dolls, but I also really love bridal dolls.
I have a lot of themes that I love.
So of course I had to have a Silkstone bride, and by the time I collected her, I remember I already paid, well, I think about 100 euros for her. But if you check her out online now, I came to some very high amounts. I think I even saw easily, when I took like an estimated amount, it was 400 plus. So think about, you know, that was like the lowest number against the highest number and an estimated value between them. Yeah, so it's, people just put these up for about, well, also 800 or more. It is just crazy what people ask for these Barbie fashion model collection dolls. Probably they are just really, really wanted, and well, they are very beautiful. I have to say that. They are heavy, they are good quality, their clothing is super detailed and very nicely made, and they just give off this super rich vibe. They're so luxe and deluxe, you know. Also, these are the kind of dolls you want to show people when you show them your collection. And these are the dolls that they have in their hands and being like, Whoa, where did you get this one? Yeah, so these are the ones you really want to show off. But she, in terms of value, comes to a staggering number 5 in my top 15 dolls. Yeah. So, really loving her. I actually loved that whole year because it was all around this Italian wedding, which surrounded her, of course, but there are all kinds of characters around that wedding. And I can remember the promo pictures look just so gorgeous. The way they made those dioramas for the promotional pictures of these dolls was just really gorgeous. Yeah, just a classic beauty and a classic timeless doll. Love her. Barbie Fashion Model Collection Principessa 2014. So we have arrived at our top 4, and on number 4, Monster High Zombie Gaga. Yeah, she's kind of like the oddball in my whole collection, I think, especially in this top 15, because I'm not a Monster High collector at heart. But when I saw this Zombie Gaga doll, I was like, oh. And of course, I just freaking love Gaga, and I just love that they did a doll for her, so I just had to have her in my collection. I love that pastel pink hair that she has, and she is just, she's freaking awesome. I never had the heart to take her out of the box because I think this just looks so iconic, and well, probably I was right keeping her in the box because I checked online and she goes for like $500 and up. Yeah, crazy. And I bought her for I think 50 euros back in the day. So her box date says 2016, and I think she was also released in that year. But she has this blowing bubble gum. Her makeup is just so this whole look was of course inspired by Zombie Boy, who was in the video of Born This Way. May he rest in peace. Such a shame we had to lose him. But I mean, it gave Gaga a unforgettable look. Also, the text on the back of this box is just so Gaga. It says, age, like my love, my age is infinite. Killer style, I believe in staying true to myself. What I wear is an expression of my thoughts, loves, hopes, and dreams. My fashion changes from day to day, just like my moods and tastes. Monster quirk. Even when I feel sad and alone, I can't hide who I truly am. And I wouldn't have it any other way, because like the real you, the real me is brave, strong, and born this way. This is such a moment in pop culture history, and it's just a little time capsule for me. So I'm really happy and proud that I have this in my collection, and I don't ever want to let that go. Not even when I now know that it's worth like over $500. Pause up. Number 3, finally we get to see a super 90s goddess, well, a mermaid goddess, I should say, because it is the Magical Hair Mermaid from 1993. She was a European exclusive, which makes her so collectible, I think. Yeah. So alongside her, we had the Mermaid Barbie from 1992 with Fountain Mermaid Barbie, the Skipper Mermaid with the twins, and her. They were kind of like the mermaid goddesses from the 90s, and everyone who is a 90s collector wants to have those sacred 90s mermaids in their collection. So she is, of course, also very wanted by collectors. That's what makes her so expensive, I guess. I was lucky enough that I collected her and got this girl for, I think, about 75 euros. But I tried looking her up now. Even if I would want like a second one to unbox maybe, yeah, that is just out of the question. I see her go up for like easy 500 plus. Yeah, and that is just an estimate. So people are, yeah, it seems to me that prices of dolls actually got to go up, especially the vintage ones and the 90s girls. It seems like our generation of 90s kids is suddenly all trying to collect their favorite childhood toys again. I really can't tell why they would only release this doll in Europe. She was so beautiful. Why not also do just a worldwide, release for her? And I just keep telling this, what if we would get a reproduction of a 90s mermaid doll, guys? Would that would just be insane. Yeah. Box date 1993, Magical Hair Mermaid, European exclusive, all the way up, number 3 in my top 15. Number 2. The Unicorn Goddess from the Mythical Muse collection. Oh my gosh. Not only, of course, is she very high on my own personal top 10 of favorite dolls in my collection, but also she is one of the most expensive dolls now in my collection. I got her for normal retail price when she came out, which was about 100 euros. Nowadays, when I look her up, she goes for 500 plus easy. Yeah, crazy. She's just, well, of course, the image of her says it all. She's just the true unicorn goddess. I get that she is that high in demand and that people really want to try to get her. So people who are trying to sell her can actually ask those prices for her because people are willing to pay for it. Yeah. So she was part of the Mythical Muse collection, which also included the Mermaid Enchantress, also a very pretty one, the Dragon Empress, and that was about it. Yeah. So of course I am super in love with this doll because I mean her body, her armor, her details, her whole color palette. She is like a magical girl elder god. My magical girls go to her shrine to go and seek answers. That's the status that she has in my collection. Yeah. Unicorn Goddess number 2. Let's see who is the most expensive doll in my collection on number 1.
The eve of the runway shows. A super secret preview is all the buzz. Everyone holds their breath for an invitation. But the invitees, the most fabulous of the fabulous, are already gathering along the waterway, boarding the boat that will ferry them through an evening of breathtaking drama and fashion. Music beckons the crowd below decks, where an ethereal blonde seems to have risen from the Seine, wearing an enchanting and fabulously over-the-top glamorous mermaid gown. The pale nude strapless and classic silhouette dazzles with exquisite beading and sequins sewn on the body in matching hues. Waves of ruffles flow along the hem. A long tulle stole and elegant gloves have the fashionistas in attendance walking on water. As the boat docks, the guests and models gather on deck, waving to the crowds that have discovered their location. The designer stands silently among them, listening to the compliments of the crowd as it oohs and ahs over the looks on deck. They recognize his work. It's best, they say, and they are right.
And on number 1, of course, we have another Barbie fashion model collection doll, which is the mermaid gal from 2013. Yeah, that was an amazing collection. So this girl, I actually got her on a holiday on the airport for like, I think around 80 euros. And when you check her out right now online, $800 plus easily. Insane. Kind of like the preferably pink doll, who is kind of like also going for these extravagant prices. She is a close second, and I can understand why, because I mean, look at her. She is very, very beautiful. Everything is hand sewn and hand stitched. It is super heavy. Her makeup is just so gorgeous, and she has such, I mean, everything is correct about this doll. She is that pretty. I got these dolls because I think they're pretty, or they represent something very beautiful or something important in pop culture. and never with the intention of hoping that they will someday be very high in their value or have increased in their value. Because like I said also earlier, I'm an emotional collector, so I collect what I had as a kid. I collect what I saw when I was a kid, you know, dolls I would want to have. And nowadays I just collect what comes out and what I think is really pretty. As you can see, I have collected some dolls in the recent years that really have gone up in value, and I thought it'd be fun to show you. Yeah, because I'm proud of these dolls and proud that I have been able to collect them and being able to show them to you. So number 1, Barbie Fashion Model Collection Mermaid Gown 2013. So, of course, as always, comment down below and, you know, let me know which doll was your favorite out of this top 15. Do you also have one of these dolls in my top 15? What other dolls are you very happy that you got while the doll came out and is now very high in price? You know, let's continue this super cute conversation about dolls that we got in our collection that have like amazingly crazy values nowadays. Yeah. So we can be extra proud of them in our collection. And I'll see you all in my next video. Mwah! Okay, so that's it for today, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and of course, click the bell icon next to the subscribe button to get notified by any new videos that I upload. You can also follow me on Instagram at Barbie Nation. That's usually where I post all of my updates. And until the next video, big kisses from me, and I love you all.